if I look tired, it's because I am. I'm not a morning person. It's actually 8 o'clock now. I woke up at 7 to get some filming done. Anyway, so we have new content. Oh, I started that little series thing and then everything's just gone wrong. No, but in all seriousness, this isn't bad, and actually nothing did go wrong. I just have a question to pose. Local pickups. Are they worth it? What is a local pickup? What am I talking about? So, I'm talking specifically Facebook Marketplace. You can list items, you can buy items. They do have where you can offer shipping. I do not. I already have eBay and Mercari to deal with people instantly buying stuff. I don't want to add another platform where they can just buy something and then I have to take things off 2 platforms to ensure they don't sell at the same place. I don't need that kind of stress in my life. Thank you very much. So I only do local pickups where they message me, hey, is this available? Then they usually ghost me after I say, yes, it's available. I can't tell you how many times they've ghosted me. Occasionally you'll get someone like, great, when can we meet? What's the address? They are actually interested buyers. So then you meet up at the designated place and time. There's an exchange of cash and item, and then you leave. You can review and rate the buyer and seller, and then you're on your merry little way. It's great when it works. eBay also offers local pickups. I've never done it before. I don't want to do it. No. And Mercari does as well, but Mercari's is weird because apparently you have the item for pickup, right? You don't put it in a box or anything, which is part of the perks of a local pickup. You don't gotta ship it. However, someone will come to your house and take the item and deliver it to the buyer, which strikes me as weird. So many things could go wrong with that. I don't like that. I mean, who's to say the driver isn't some loon who's just going to run off with your package and then... No. So anyway, that's what a local pickup is. It's basically meeting in person. You can also just say, hey, come... Here's the address to my house, which, no. Pick it up, leave the money under the door or something, and no. So many things could go wrong with that. Not unless you just really don't care about this item or the money, you just want it gone. Which in my case, no, this is part of my business, so absolutely not. Or you could always just go to their house and do the exchange. No, I prefer public meetups. Public in a parking lot with other people during the day. Facebook Marketplace has them. That's the main one I use. Like I said, eBay, Mercari has it. There are also sales such as OfferUp and Garage Sale, which I'm new to those platforms. I just got them and I've only recently had some interactions with one of them, which I will share. Are the local pickups worth it? Like I've mentioned, there are a bunch of perks. You don't have to ship the item. You don't have to worry about it getting broken, lost, or destroyed in shipment. I've seen those post office people in action. It ain't pretty. No, for the most part, they're really awesome folks, and they just, just doing their job. But I've heard horror stories. Okay, I've heard them. So you gotta overstuff your box. The buyer gets it. They look at it. They buy it. There's no returns. And you get your money up front. A lot of downsides, though. It's not easy to get sales. I don't think it's easy to get sales on Marketplace because you're always getting ghosted. And so it's kind of a rarity when someone's actually like, yeah, I want to buy it. And you're like, great. And then if the meetup actually happens, it's a really good feeling because it actually works. However, there's going to be scammers, there's going to be no-shows, and there's going to be just weird people. Today we're talking about all 3 of them. So, my experience, the last 3 attempts of having a meetup have gone awry. The first one was for this suitcase thing. They showed up, however, the entire process was just weird. It was an hour late, waiting for them to arrive. They kept saying, I'll be there in 10 minutes, be there in 20 minutes. I took a wrong turn, but I'll be there. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting to the point of I'm done. No. So I'm ready to pack it up when all of a sudden, they show up, we're here. And it's like, okay. So I wasn't really in the best of moods when they showed up because I'm like, you kept me waiting forever. I mean, yes, I want to make the sale, but in the same breath, it's like my time means something. And to hold me up like that is very disrespectful. I'm not that kind of person who's all like, me, but it's like, dude, come on, it's common courtesy. Get with the program. Like, the transaction did happen. I did get the money that, I was owed for this item. However, they asked a lot of questions. Like, they kept asking so many questions. Like, is this good for, like, a carry-on, for a flight? I don't fly. I don't know. It was my sister's. I'm just selling a suitcase, Well, this lady started packing in their vehicle before she handed me the money, and it's like, what? And I thought for a bit she was trying to distract me by asking me all these questions like, oh, what do you do? What school? It's like, I'm not in school. Okay. Like, I don't see how this applies to our business meeting, but, okay. Like, what do you do for a living? And it's like, and I thought this lady's trying to distract me. This is, I'm going to get robbed here. And at one point, actually, a guy with her, my mom, because my parents came, they're my drive, he had went, like, around the car, like, coming up behind me, and so they were on lookout. I didn't notice it. My theory was trying to get around to look at it, because when they came in and parked, they were, like, right on top of our car. Like, very close. And it's like, ugh. It was all around, from start to finish, a very frustrating, weird, and just uncomfortable, shady encounter. But the kicker for me, because she was asking all about flights and stuff, after I had money in hand, and I was like, can we please go now? I'm so done with this. I say, enjoy your trip, because I'm thinking they're going somewhere. And she looks at me with the most confused look. Like, I just asked her how far to get to the moon. You're not going on a trip then? Okay. So I was more than ready for that transaction to be over. It was a bad experience, and I was like, dang. I mean, in a manner of financially speaking, yes, the trip was a success. I got my money. I got something out of my inventory. But it was weird, and it really left like a bad taste in my mouth, kind of. Fast forward to 2 days, the next day or so, I have someone asking about this backpack. This poor backpack. This isn't the first inquiry about the backpack. The first one was a no-show. This one, they offered me the exact price that I actually had it listed for, $5. But that was weird. I give them the address. They're like, great, can we meet in the morning? 8 a.m.? I'm not a morning person, but yeah, let's do it. I'm here for it. We'll go get like McDonald's breakfast after, get some bagel things. Those things are so good, guys. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten yet. Okay. So I'm like, great, 8 o'clock. I get there at 8 or a little before 8. Nothing. So I message, let them know we're here. They don't see the message. 8:11. Mind you, this was like a day or so after we waited for over an hour. So I messaged this guy, and it's like, I'm not sticking around. 8:15, I'm out of here. I'm not even waiting till 8:30. I'm done. And so they did not show. They did not read the message. Didn't see it. And you may want to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they overslept. Phone died. I don't know. Any amount of things could have honestly happened. But after going through that, it was like, no. Like, my patience was very much shortened, tightened. I was like, I'm not doing this, no. So I left, and I reported and blocked. Reported that they never showed up. But that poor backpack, it needs a pep talk because it feels really unwanted and unloved. So that's like 2 weird experiences. And then just yesterday, on this new platform I'm on, Garage Sale, I have a bag of golf balls listed, which I mentioned these in my last haul, which I haven't been sourcing since then. I need to. I have them up there, bag and all is included, and so this person messages me, and I have all the screenshots, guys, all of them. And they're like, hey, is it available? Like, can we meet up? It's like, yeah, sure. Give them the address and everything. And we talk about the golf balls, the condition. They wanted to know, like, how long I'd had them for. And, like, it's like, yeah, I explain all that. Do you have Zelle? Which I don't even know how to say it. Zelle. And I was like, no, I take cash or Venmo, which I've never used Venmo for a transaction before. I've only used it once, and someone helped me with it, so I'm not 100% sure how to use it. So we can do Venmo, I guess, And she's like, great, give me what's your thing on there? And it's like, okay. She's like, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right now. And I'm like, wait, stop. You don't even have this item. No, what are you doing? So it's like, don't you want to get this before you pay for it? How messed up is that? Okay. Pretty directly, I get this little message thing, a screenshot she sends me saying, the transaction was declined. I need your email address. And it's like, okay, so many red flags going on right now. Why do you need my email address? And I do not give it out to random strangers. That's weird. And she's like, yeah, I just need it and it'll go through then. No, I flat out told her I don't feel comfortable. We'll just do cash instead. And then she's like, well, do you have PayPal? And it's like, no, which honestly, I don't have PayPal. I did, but then I got rid of it. All this time, I'm messaging my group and I'm asking, is this normal? Because I'm basically a new user. Is this a thing that happens, because I don't know. Because I don't want to miss out on a sale, but I also don't feel comfortable with this and something isn't right. So while I'm waiting for them to respond and I'm getting messages like, hello, are you still there? Which, another red flag, because in all my selling years, no one ever says, are you still there? Because they usually ghost you. Consistent trying to keep me talking and trying to keep me on there. It's like, this isn't right. So I'm Googling this myself, like, okay, there's got to be something out there. There is. Buyer does not need your email for your Venmo. If they are sending this to you, insisting on your email, it is a scam. And I'll tell you how the scam works. By getting your email after supposedly paying you for the item, they'll send you an email that looks like a statement from Venmo and saying so-and-so paid you this amount for this. They send you a fake bill that, like, oh yeah, I paid. They're trying to cheat you out of golf balls, man. And so I'm like, dude, is this for real? Honestly, this person really scamming me like this? Like, so I screenshot this page and I send it and I said, my group's saying this, which it wasn't actually my group. I just didn't know what else to say. I said, my group sent this. And right after, they blocked me. Because it said on the very bottom there, it says, you can no longer communicate with this person. And it's like, wow, I cannot believe that actually happened. So I reported them, and I blocked them. And it went right through me, because it's like, dude, like, I am a small seller, okay? Like, I'm just trying to make a living just like anyone else. And you're out here, obviously, with nothing better to do. And you're trying to cheat me out of money, an item. It's like, what? It just really went right through me yesterday. Those are I'm not kidding, last 3 attempts at local pickups. 3 in a row were either weird or no-shows or a scam. And it was just bad, very bad. So the question I'm posing, are local pickups still worth it? I know everyone's different. Some people prefer just to mail them, not to deal with the crazies. That's why we work from home. That way we don't have to deal with that. And just mail everything, which the majority of my items, yes, they do get mailed, mostly through eBay. However, why I started doing local pickups in the first place, some items, like suitcases, are too big, too heavy, and can you imagine how much it's going to cost to ship it out? It's going to be ridiculously expensive. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't trust the post office with certain things. I've seen them in action. Actually, one time I had a poly bag. It just had a plush in it. Just a stuffed animal. Not that big of a deal. And from the stand where they were like ringing it and like giving me the receipt and everything, she just threw it back to the bin, and it's like, you just threw my package. What if that was breakable? You know? That's why it's so important to overwrap, overstuff with paper, because you never know what could happen to your item. Some things I don't want to send in the mail. I think it'll just be better just to do it in person. Like that Japanese doll thing I had. No way was I shipping that. And those 2 Native American dolls. Absolutely not. No, those are both very successful and awesome in-person sales that I felt so much better about. While yes, some people would just say, just forget the pickups, they're not worth it. I've had, the majority have been really good sales. And they've just been normal, not crazy people who just want to buy an item. Not make a big deal about it. Not try to rip me off. That's the kind of people I usually have when they respond. It's just these last 3 in a row have just been duds. And I'm hoping the streak is over, you know? Because I still will be listing on Facebook Marketplace because it's just, for me and my business, it just makes sense, you know? And I like having my listings on multiple platforms. That way more eyes see them and it's more likely to get sold. And there are some things that I only have on Marketplace, like I said, that are just heavier. So in conclusion, everybody's different. You're going to have different experiences. I'm sure if these were the only experiences I've had doing that, I'd say forget it. This is not worth it. But I've had too many good sales, and just I've seen the perks in action, and they outweigh these 3 bad instances in a row. Like I said, I hope the streak is over because it is getting really frustrating, and it's making me question every message I get, like, is this person really even gonna, you know? So it depends on your situation. You may hate Marketplace, which is your priority, your prerogative. That's fine. Me, it just makes sense to include it. It's annoying. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's very frustrating right now. And I'm having doubts about any future sales. But from past experience, I know this is not as good as it gets. I know it actually does work. You just gotta wait on that right buyer to see that item and go from there, you know? It's a time thing. I've had stuff listed on there for months. Long time. And it's a waiting game, basically. But I'm willing to wait it out and see what happens. So those have been my experiences. Have you had any crazy experiences selling locally and meeting people? And what's your opinion? Local pickups, yay or nay? What's your feel on that? And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and close this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you found it informative, or at least interesting. So till next time, which I'm pretty sure my next video will be my June sales, which will be like first week of July. I'll put that up. So till then, bye.